I mean, sometimes it feels like you're carrying around enough stuff for an overnight, but in all honesty, you're not. Hi everyone, it's Mel here and welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness. Firstly, before I get started on today's video, I just want to say a couple of things. Firstly, thank you all for the people who have subscribed in the last week or so. Last week I was featured in a video by Blind to Billionaire. That was the 40 communities of blind and vision impaired people online for 2020. I did a 30-second clip, I sent it in, I was on that. I will leave a link in the description down below to Matt's video if you want to check out some of the other blind communities that were featured. There were 3 people featured on this video that were from Australia, both myself, Fernanda from Living with Low Vision, and also Steve from Steve Fox and York the Guide Dog, and I'll leave all 3 of their channels down in the description below as well, or both of their channels, down in the description below as well. Secondly, I'm going to apologize for the lack of content that you guys have had in the last week or so. As you may be able to hear by my voice, I came back from my cruise last Thursday, the 13th of February. I got home, and overnight on the 12th of February, while I was staying in Melbourne, I started feeling really crook, and anyway, I came down with a cold. So I got home on Thursday. I spent most of Thursday afternoon, all of Friday afternoon, and all of Saturday practically in bed, feeling pretty sad and sorry for myself with this horrible nasty cold I had. I'm getting better now though. I went for my first walk with the dogs since I've been home basically yesterday. So I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm finally feeling up to creating content for you guys. So as I said, I'm so sorry it's been such a long time since I have filmed. So as you can see by the title today, I am talking about what is in my handbag for a guide dog handler. You will remember that quite a while ago now, I did a what I pack on holidays for my guide dog. I actually did that with Darcy when I was in Melbourne not long before he retired. He actually only retired about 2 months after I did that particular video, but it's still got some pretty useful information, so I'll link that in the description down below. So today we're just going to be talking about the things that are in my handbag that I take with me every single day. So here is my handbag. It's just a black leather bag, and the thing about it is that, which obviously isn't the case, but it feels like it. So we're gonna have a look first at the front little tiny zipper here, and this is the stuff that's mostly for the dog. I have a toilet harness with a poo bag. Now very often I will have sort of 2 in here, 2 or 3. I have a big packet of nappy sacks that I just grab a couple out of every time I use this bag. So I've got a toilet harness and a nappy sack in there for her to go to the toilet. Some dogs are on food rewards for positive reinforcement. Darcy was to the end, so I would have a bag of dog food in here, just 1 cup of kibble. But Penny isn't on positive reinforcement. because of her food distraction levels, and she just wasn't trained with positive reinforcement. So she was trained with her positive reinforcement being pats and praises. So obviously I don't have any food in here for her, but if your dog is on positive reinforcement, obviously you need to carry your treats around with you. You might have them in a treat pouch, or you might just have them in a plastic bag. That's what I always did, for them to be rewarded. But if you're going to be away and you know that you're going to need to feed your dog while you're away, say you're going out from 9 in the morning to go to work, and then you're going to a concert after work, you might want to feed your dog between the leaving work and going to the concert, so you might want to take a meal with you as well. Also with that, you should take a small collapsible water bowl. I usually would have one in this bag, but it's currently in the washing machine because it has just been away for 2 weeks. So I've put it in the washing machine. Mine's just a little material one that I can clip onto the outside of my bag, and that is how that happens. So now we're going to move on to the main section of the bag. And this is mostly stuff for me now, but I'll still show you anyway. The first thing is a long cane. Now, you will get people who are guide dog handlers who aren't very big fans of the long cane. There are some people who get their guide dog and they go home from training with their new dog and they throw their cane into the bottom of their closet and they never want to see it again. But for me, my number one message to any guide dog handler, doesn't matter if you've had your dog for 2 weeks, 2 years, or 10 years, you must have a long cane with you all the time. Your dog could have a fall and get injured. Your dog could get sick. Your dog might not be able to find something. There might be something that you're trying to find that you want to feel with your cane because you don't want to be doing the arms waving around like a blind person thing. There are so many reasons why you should be carrying a long cane with you. I personally carry this with me. I use it to get onto trains and trams, mostly trains. I use it when I'm teaching my dog something new. I actually will use my cane if it's a route that I know. I will actually use my cane and walk my dog in heel, and then I will train my dog to find something by back chaining, which is a technique where I walk her up to something with my cane, tell her the name of the something, and then I teach her to do the route backwards. So the cane is still an essential part of your guide dog handling. Please don't go home from training and throw it in the bottom of your cupboard. You never know when it's going to be needed. You never know what's going to happen. So always take a cane with you. This one in particular, this one is brand new. I actually got it when I went through class, actually, because I always wanted to have a spare cane in my bag and I didn't have a spare cane at the time. So I just got this one given to me at Guide Dogs. My cane that I use is a 50-inch Bevier cane with a pencil tip, as you can see there, because I do a 2-point touch technique. I don't do dragging along the ground. We'll talk more about canes in another video. So that is my long cane. Then of course, you have to carry around a wallet. Here's a bit of a tip for you. In Australia, we have both gold and silver coins. Gold coins are $1 and $2, and silver coins are 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent pieces. So what I actually do is my wallet here has 2 zips. I don't know if you can see, there's one on either side. And what I actually do is I have my gold coins on one side, which there aren't any in there at the moment. And I have my silver coins all in the other side so that I can quickly look for, if I need $3, I know which side of my wallet I can go to look for $3. Now, the other thing that's in my wallet that's very important, which you must carry at all times, is your guide dog's access card. This is mine for Penny. It is issued to you by Guide Dogs Victoria or your dog guide organisation, being it CI Dogs Australia, Guide Dogs New South Wales ACT. I don't know whether Guide Dogs for the Blind or the Mirror Foundation or the Seeing Eye do anything like that, but they probably do something similar. So this is my guide dog access card. It's very important. It has my name, it has the dog's name, it has a brief little thing about, you know, guide dog can go anywhere, etc, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure it actually has her guide dog number on it, and just that sort of brief information about her. If someone says to me, I'm sorry, you can't take this dog in here, I just whip that out of my wallet and say, actually I can. And of course there's other things in my wallet that you guys don't need to know about, personal, you know, cards and stuff. And this is my actual card wallet. In here I have things like my companion card. So you might remember a little while ago I did a video about cards and discounts for people on public transport here in Victoria. I will link that in the description down below as well. So in this wallet is my companion card. I'm a teacher's aide, so I have to have a working with children's card. Just, you know, my Medicare card, all of those other cards that you need that are so many and too bulky to put in your normal wallet. So that is just in there. Then I also have in here just a little thing of lip balm, which is nearly empty. I also, this is going to sound really stupid, I also carry around a pen. As you can possibly see, this is a little overland pen. I bought it when I was on the train a couple of months ago. One of my last souvenirs of the overland. Yes, I carry a pen with me everywhere I go. It's very important if you need to sign something, and you don't know how many times I've been with friends or whatever, and they've all been searching their handbags for a pen, and I just, here you go, borrow mine. And it's an overland one, as I said, so I always try and make sure to have a distinct one so that people can, you know, if I say, well, where's my pen, people can give me the correct one back, because that seems to be a thing. Sighted people borrowing and not giving pens back. I don't understand that one. Then the last little section that I have, which is a secret little zipper inside the bag, and I'm going to be careful how I do this. There we go. The last few things I have is I have an asthma puffer, just a Ventolin. I also have this little pill container, which I think that's a ladybug on the front. I'm never sure whether it's a ladybug or a butterfly. This actually used to be my grandpa's, or my pa's. It's got, inside it's got 3 little holes for pills. So if I'm sick or something like that, I can just take, you know, say 1 dose of cold and flu tablets, or I can take some vitamin C, or I can just take any kind of pills with me in this. I don't have to carry around a whole big thing of pills. And I also put my lactase pills in there as well when I need them. And speaking of pills, I always carry around some ibuprofen and some Panadol Osteo. You never know when you're going to need anything like that. And of course, oh, it's empty, but I also have some tissues in this bag as well. So that is really everything that I carry around every day as a guide dog handler. some of the sort of essential things that you need and some of the things that aren't quite as essential but are still a very good idea. As I said, you can take treats around with you. When I go on the plane, I go flying down to Melbourne or somewhere like that, I will also stick a carrot into my bag, because when you're taking off and landing in the plane, it's good for the dogs to have something to chew on and swallow to help their ears pop when you're landing on the plane. So I might stick a carrot in my bag. I also sometimes take with me, if I'm going to be somewhere for a really long time, like on the train down to Melbourne instead of flying, I might also take with me a Nylabone, just so that she's got something to chew on and to keep her occupied, because the train down to Melbourne is 8 hours. So I just want her to have something to be able to do, remembering that she is a very young dog still. I've only had her for 4.5, nearly 5 months. So I need to remember to keep her entertained at all times, and I need to just keep her stimulated and not let her get too bored when we're in public. So I always make sure that I have a Nylabone with me when I'm going on a long train ride, and always make sure that I have a carrot with me to chew when I'm going on the plane and she needs to chew and swallow it to pop her ears. So that is all the things that I carry with me in my handbag. The only other thing that I would usually have that I don't have in there at the moment because I've run out is I would have just a small packet of Huggies plain non-scented baby wipes. The reason why I have the plain non-scented ones is because I get dermatitis, and some of the scented ones can cause my dermatitis to act up in my hands. So I just take the plain non-scented ones to use to wipe my hands. And I mean, everyone needs baby wipes in their bag. I reckon, wipe your hands when you have something to eat, wipe your hands when you touch elevator buttons, wipe your hands after you've climbed a stair rail, whatever. So that is another essential part. Obviously, wipe your hands when you toilet the dog as well. What I tend to do is I tend to toilet my dog, throw the poo bag in the bin, grab out a wipe my hands, and then put the wipe in the bin as well. So they are the most important things that you carry around with when you're a guide dog handler. Some people might even carry a light raincoat or something like that, but what I do is Penny actually wears her service dog coat everywhere we go, which is, I'll go and show you. I mean, sometimes it feels like you're carrying around enough stuff for an overnight, but in all honesty, you're not. So this is the service dog coat. As you can see, it has service dog written on the side in quite large writing. I'm pretty sure it's navy blue, and it's got 2 reflector stripes on either side, and I think the writing is actually reflective as well. As I said, I'm pretty sure it's navy blue in color with the yellow reflective stripes. It has 2 very strong Velcro straps. It has one that does up in front of her chest, and it has a second that does up underneath her girth. So the good thing about this coat is that this is actually, it does 2 things. It obviously tells people that Penny is a service/guide dog, and I have found that it actually reduces people patting her than just having her collar and harness on does. I don't know why, but it does. But the other thing about this is that it has the top layer of it is waterproof. It's not 100% waterproof, but if we were to be walking out in the rain, she wouldn't get too wet where this is. So that is something that she wears almost every time we go out. But if your dog doesn't wear something like this, then you can carry a raincoat with you in your handbag. They can usually fold up pretty small. This folds up fairly well. So this can fold up to about that size, so about the size of an iPhone, pretty small. So that is something that you might want to carry in your bag as well, especially in winter, just to stop them from getting too wet when you're out working them. So I will leave a link in the description below to the service dog coat as well. They are made here in Australia. Please guys, I am going to stress this. If your dog is not a service or guide dog, please do not wear this coat on your dog unless you have a dog that is registered with a service or guide dog organization. But for those of you who do have dog guides, these coats are fantastic. I have suggested to my school that maybe they should look at issuing something like this with our dogs, but they haven't sort of done anything like that yet. The company who makes this coat is called Friendly Pet Collars. They are based in Queensland in Australia. Their stuff is such good quality, and it's very, very cheap as well for the good quality that it is. I only paid $35 for that coat, and they have sales on quite a lot. So I will do a full video just about her coat one day as well, but that is that. So please guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment down below if you've got any questions, or if you have something that, you know, isn't in my handbag that as a guide dog user you have that you might have thought of that I might need. Please also remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification to get more content. And I will see you all in the next video all about blindness. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.